Hello and welcome to Jadekind Video Gaming. My name is Adam, and I am here with the 22nd episode of the Dungeon Siege 2 Let's Play. We just got to town, the end of last episode. So I literally haven't anything. I looked in the inventory, decided I have enough room to at least do a town exploration, and that may even take the whole episode. And since I didn't obviously want to sell stuff and speak to people and everything here without recording, and I didn't really want to have to go back to the previous town, I just decided I'd pick it up right here. So, pretty much we come out here. Obviously we walked up there and spoke with someone, but the first thing we have is a magic shop. Ooh. Someone to speak with.
Millonaman, you are welcome to look around if you take care where you step. Not all of these spilled items are harmless. If you feel a prickling of the skin on your neck, do not be alarmed. These holes contain many frightened spirits who have not yet found their way across the sacred waters.
Spirits? What do you mean?
Yes, I have always been in tune with the ethereal world in a way. I have spent much of my time collecting information about it, and I have even managed to come into contact with a ghostly spirit.
How do you contact a ghost?
Obviously, talking to spirits is impossible through normal means. Their words are completely unintelligible to our ears, even if the ghost in question has manifested itself enough to become visible to our eyes.
Then hoping to communicate with one seems to be a pursuit of folly, no?
Not necessarily. My research indicates that the Vaikesh cultists use ancient chants to communicate with the darker spirits, the source of their otherworldly knowledge. If I could know what they spoke during their dark rituals, I think I may be able to figure it out. Are you interested in helping me?
Yes. What do you need me to do?
The Vaikesh are much too cunning to simply leave such information lying around. I fear that the only way to learn the secret of their chant is to overhear one of their rituals. Seek them out in the Vaikesh forests and look for one of their ritual chambers hidden within their caverns. But beware, the cultists are not the only danger in this undertaking. The words themselves can be a threat to mortal ears.
Yay! Alright, so this is the start. We've seen some ghosts around the world, and this is the start to that quest, where eventually I'll be able to speak to those ghosts, and in doing so, we'll go back and we'll do whatever.
Do not mind the mess. These shelves were not built to take such a shaking. Let me know if you like something enchanted. Thankfully, none of my tools were damaged.
I'm glad you are coping. Farewell. Alright, so that's the enchanter.
Sweetheart, Millonaman. While the tragedy of so many lost lives will never be lessened, the least we can do is fight back and prevent this from happening again. My reagents will give you a chance, at least. Bring them to Enchanter Kalen to improve your equipment.
Let me see what you have, please. Alright, so he has some new items. And of course some are obviously the same as things we've had before. But things to do enchanting. Can we go out there?
Do not give up your search. We must stop the foul cultists once and for all. But I need the Vaikesh phrases if I am to proceed further. In the meantime, perhaps some of my wares could help you in the investigation?
Yes, I will have a look. Alright, so there's combat magic, here's nature magic. Is there any obvious spell upgrades that might be worth purchasing? I haven't really purchased anything. Let's see. She uses this symbol 1. Although then again, if I feel like we're pretty close to getting rid of her, as eventually we'll be going to just one Earth Mage once we do get a Combat Mage, since I found out 4 is the most number of characters we're allowed to have. So I'm trying to see if there's Breath of Ice. Lesser Ice Beam. I'm not positive that's something we really need at this point. And a lot of times they'll end up getting us new spells. Ah. Alright, so a new book. Which you can pause on if you want to read. And again, books were such a big item in the first Dungeon Siege. And the difference being there, they took up space in your inventory. Alright, so we've pretty much looked through that house. And obviously we've been up there, so we'll follow this little road perhaps. And we have the tavern, Aman'lu's Tavern.
Lothar, what nerve, walking the streets like a free man. You should be behind bars.
I've committed no crime. You know it.
Liar, you stole my golden cloak and hid it in a cave in the forest.
You are the liar.
Huh? I saw you with my own 2 eyes.
Then your eyes are failing you. It was not me.
I knew it. A liar as well as a thief.
You're wrong. I'll prove it. I'll find your precious cloak.
Find it? You mean return it?
I'll find it, and the true thief as well.
Be gone. And don't even think about taking anything else.
I'll go to this cave you speak of and get to the bottom of this.
Do not worry, Lothar. I will help you figure this out. When really we should just be smashing this guy's face in, no? But, no, prove your innocence. Fine. Ultimately, I feel like this guy's just tricking us into doing his dirty work for him.
It is good that you have survived the attack on Graylin Isle. I was prepared to put an arrow through you, but a vision stayed my hand. I would travel with you if you will have me.
Let's see. I have heard that you are an accomplished fighter. What sort of skills do you have? You have 20 in ranged. Amon the Absent wishes to join me now. How things have changed. Perhaps another time.
Absent? If I've not been present as often as you would have liked, it is with good reason. You are unwise to decline my help. Perhaps you need more time to reconsider. I will be at the inn when you do.
I'm sorry, Captain America. But you are one short of the range skill of the individual that I'm already traveling with.
That cursed Valdis and his archmage may have smashed our homes and even half of the inn. But they missed my stock of fine elvish vintages. It will take time to rebuild our lives, but in the meanwhile, there is wine aplenty for all.
A glass of your summer wine would suit me well, thanks.
Certainly. It is always pleasant to meet a young person who knows how to appreciate a fine local tradition, especially in these dark days. Take a seat, my friend. Have some wine and tell me a story of your adventures.
What sort of story would you like to hear?
Well, let's see now. Tell me about the time you killed a sea demon.
Ah, yes, the sea demon. Well, the sea demon was enormous, with large teeth and 22 eyes. I, did not think it much of a challenge, so I removed my armor before beginning the battle.
Now that, Melanomen, is an excellent story. My thanks, and best of luck to you on your next adventure.
That's fun. There's a lever. Can I go down here? Door doesn't close, okay. And another lever. Cellar beneath Aman'lu, eh? Ah, someone to speak with.
This is the tavern wine cellar. If you wish to forget your troubles for a time, speak to the bartender upstairs.
Nothing down here but dusty bottles and broken glass.
My thanks. I'll see what he has to offer. Is there a way to open up this back wall? Because I feel like there's a way to open up this back wall. Although perhaps it is requiring a quest that I shall get later. Sorry, I saw a lever. I just had to use it. But I feel like that will be quest related at some point. Let's see. I'm gonna go upstairs, but let's speak to anyone else down here first.
Baldus and his dark wizard have caused such panic, it is hard to even think of studying while the fires burn so hotly. I'm busy right now, but if you want to learn about historical subjects, go talk to historian Bedelia. She'll be able to help you better than I.
Okay, apparently I was interested in history.
Lith-Aaron claims that scrubbing at the fires with a staff will stop their spread, but that seems to make no sense. It is certain that none have been extinguished in that manner.
People just kind of say random stuff, don't they?
Dangers lurk in many places throughout the world. Take care in whom you lend your trust.
I will.
This is all a nightmare, you will see. Tomorrow we will awaken to the sound of flutes ringing in the dawn. The guests will be well rested and generous with their coin.
I'm looking for old comrades. I don't have any old comrades.
This
I mean,
is all a
I'd like to increase the size of my party. I don't think they're gonna let me.
We will awaken. Very sorry, but the Warriors Guild Pact states that one cannot purchase a fifth party slot until they become a
True veteran, yeah. That is, play on a higher difficulty level. Yeah, that's what I thought. Hey, here's one of those ghostly spirits like we were talking about before with that other quest that I have to do the thing for before I can talk to them. I feel like that building's still on fire there, and maybe you should, what was that, scrub it with a staff or whatever? You know, the way to put it out or something. Oh, book. Another book. Gotta let you guys get the lore to your heart's content. The few of you that are possibly interested in that. Plus, of course, if ever I just decide I wanted to read them, I wouldn't have to play through the game again. I could just rewatch this. Yes, I guess. What's this guy doing? Hey, it's the guy scrubbing it with a staff!
We should have remained hidden in our valleys. We should have resisted when Voldus urged us to join his fight.
The guy's scrubbing it with his staff, like the lady talked about. It's relevant. Okay, I guess I'll go down here. Looks pretty much ruined that way. Let's see. Nope. I thought I saw a question. Hey, there's a cat.
As if this atrocity were not enough, there are rumors of assassins openly plying their foul trade in Aman'lu, in broad daylight.
Hey, running guy.
The wounded are being cared for near the inn. You will need to stomach the stench of burned flesh, but lend a hand with their treatment or bring them water. Anything.
Or maybe a dog? I don't know. Anyways, let's see. Okay.
Greetings. I'm afraid much of the town now lies at the bottom of this cursed crater. As you can see, my shop has nearly been destroyed as well, but you are welcome to look through what little stock remains.
My thanks. I shall have a look. Of course, we get whatever items. Those I tend not to.
We have all lost loved ones to that cursed creature. My A-star will never again see the morning sun rise over the hills. I will sell you what little I have left. A perfectly balanced blade can make one forget one's grief, if only for a moment.
Thank you. I think I will have a look. Yeah, I rarely actually buy stuff from them. I am much more keen to just find equipment. Got another book up here. is. Ah, you're the one hammering.
Hello there. If you want equipment, you should talk to... Wait a minute. You are that mercenary, are you not?
Yeah, my name's Adam. You seem to know that text, but couldn't quite get the pronunciation right. Yeah, I am.
Well, by Xeria's spear, I just received a package from my brother Feldwer for you.
Oh.
He wanted me to thank you for helping him.
There's nothing. I'm glad he is faring well.
Ah, a fine hero you make too. Though you might make a better one if you had a real hero's weapon to match. Please accept this token of Feldweir's thanks. I hope it serves you well in your travels.
Thank you very much, and send my regards to your brother. I got a dirk. It's a melee weapon. Let's put a dagger here. Knight's Shadow. Do I have any other Knight's Shadow? No, not right now. 21 to 48 at fast attack speed. Yeah. Yes, please. Let's see, 14 to 24, 14 to 29. This one's better. Okay. So, I mean, obviously not for the main character, but still a nice item. You don't have a real name, neither do you.
So many wounded, so many dead.
Yeah, I didn't expect much more with that kind of not a name. I feel like there's like more to this town, but just people running around in circles. Alright. There's the gate.
So many elders have left us. If they had remained, their wisdom would have guided our children better than Voldus's gold.
I mean, he was...
I have seen the glint of the assassin's gift shining through the windows of Merchant Kendrill's home. How much blood will be spilled by our own people before our true course will be revealed?
Yeah, from the look of it, I mean, there was no real point in standing up to Valdis. I mean, he proved he could just kind of destroy things. Aman'lu Orchard. Ooh.
It is tragic how many of the elves have died in this attack. We must be better prepared. It is my job to ensure we are well supplied with ranged equipment for the battles that will come. Whenever I have time, I develop our weapons further to gain whatever edge we may. I am always looking for new materials, especially those that will make our arrows fly truer and harder.
Forgive my curiosity, but I was wondering what that is. What is that beside you on the table?
That is the Aman'lu orchid. You have probably seen the larger version around town.
Yes.
Its design is known around the land as a symbol of Aman'lu and the elven folk. I'm a fletcher, and always looking for materials that will improve the speed and accuracy of our arrows. Bring me a goodly amount of feathers from a powerful creature, and I'll let you have my orchid.
I will do my best to aid you, friend. Okay, so we have quest. That one. Let's see, and I got Statue of Xeria, so now I have to get feathers. Maybe I find someone that's willing to trade feathers for that, or maybe there's multiple steps. But that's the end result. The keepsake to remind them of Aman'lu is going to be that orchid. So, I'm sorry, we're standing on top of you.
I am glad you are back. I know that Celopel will want to see you. He has things to tell you.
I'm not sure who that is or if I've already spoken with them, but if not, I'll find them. There's one of the big ones. I'm making my way around town. So the goal is to find everyone. Valdis and his armies. Seems relevant, right?
Sweet lad, my good friend. It is good to have you home, even in times as dark as these. When the tragedy hit, I thought of you, and how strong you were when we became lost in the Aman'lu Isles as children. You seem much changed. I was wondering if you could help me with something, if you have the time, of course.
Certainly, Twilis. I have not changed so much as to refuse an old friend. How can I help?
Well, my grandfather died in the tragedy, crushed, along with everything I hold dear, save this, his staff. Do you remember it? He entertained us as children with bright and colorful spells, but now I cannot seem to make the staff function. It will not even cast so much as a simple spark.
I'm sorry about your grandfather, Twilis. He was a very kindly man. Are you sure you're using the staff correctly?
I think so. Grandfather instructed me well. However, he kept referring to the headpiece of the staff, but it no longer has one. I remember it well. It always glowed with the most beautiful swirl of colors. There is no way of knowing what happened to it. I think that I must replace it, but I do not know what reagent is needed. If you would help, old friend, I would be grateful.
I am not familiar with any substance that would create the colors you saw in the headpiece, but I will keep an eye out for such a thing.
You are still the friend I once had.
Adam?
I will do my best to pull myself together, and I wish you good speed. Aman'lu is in need of anything to lift its spirits.
And I am in need of all of the quests I can gather, so that, I can accomplish them as I go about my travels. Oh, there's a kid here.
That explosion was the loudest thing I've ever heard. I could still hear it, bouncing around inside my head. Will it ever stop?
Yes, we'll recover soon enough. Do not fret about it, young one. Or not, perhaps you're permanently damaged. I mean, that does happen. I'm not sure if coming up here was the best next course of action, but... Oh, maybe not, because I'm almost back at... What is this? Okay, this is the hall. That seems like last place to visit. See, of course. So now we visited that. That is the magic shop, and now we'll go this way around town until we get back to that.
Many things seem odd here. There may even be assassins around, but such underhanded professions are anathema to the Ed Hell. Surely the shadow slinking around was nothing more than that.
I also feel like there's a whole little side quest about assassins somewhere because they keep bringing it up. Oh no, the bridge is out. Seems a little odd how much of it's still standing with how much of it's out, but... That seems intriguing. The stone pulses brightly under your hands, as if lit from within. You feel an incredible sense of well-being and are filled with the desire to pick it up. Leave the stone on the table. That seems like, I don't know. If I remember, I think that might be the assassin mission that I just mentioned. That just feels like something happens when you pick it up. And we're far through the episode, so I'm like, I'll probably do that next time.
Ooh, that blasted Valdis! I will curse him with my final breath. Many of my animals are dead because of his justice. If you're gonna fight him, though, I'll sell you whatever wretched creatures I have left.
Tell me, how has business been after the Morden?
Business? What business? Aman'lu is a wreck. I sold pets in Calrathia, but the Morden showed up and caused trouble. so I moved to Aman'lu thinking it would be safer. Ha! Who would have expected Valdis himself to show up here? An honest man cannot even make a living these days.
So I suppose you would not have anything special, would you?
No, not now. If I were to keep anything valuable here, it would be that beast I once saw a Morden Graw mage summon by accident. It was not huge, but it was very powerful. It had a large metallic horn, and it used some sort of power that stirred the Dervless into a frenzy. They kept attacking it, but to no effect.
That is all you know?
It is possible that Kartos the Wise might know more about it, but he wouldn't give me the time of day, even if I could find him.
Allow me to help you find this Kartos.
Kartos the Wise was the most powerful magician I have ever met. Unfortunately, he became complacent and took more interest in the bottle than in magic, if you take my meaning.
What happened to him?
He disappeared around the time the Morden attacked Calrathia. Some people think he died during the battle, but others say he just moved to a town somewhere on Greylan Isle.
Is that what you think?
Me? I think he is just in hiding until safer times. He would not be hard to find, what with that yellow robe and the black boots and gloves he always wore. May have looked odd, but he seemed to like it well enough.
Another. Starting to collect some quests here, right? Anything out back? Nothing special. Let's see here.
Ooh. I have seen the glint of the assassin's gift shining through the windows of Merchant Kendrill's home. How much blood will be spilled by our own people before our true course will be revealed? The memory of these bleak days will fade in time, but must never be forgotten entirely.
Assassin's Gift, I bet that's that stone. Because that even makes sense with why I might recall, like, associating it with that quest or dialogue line or whatever it is. Oh, picked up a book. So pick up another. And now...
Combat magic has ever been a strength of the elves, and no elf knows more of this art than I. As its guardian, it is my duty to share what I can. Or perhaps you would like to hear an old tale.
A tale?
My tale is long and eventful. Do you have the time to sit and hear it?
You have a tale? Aye, tell me the whole story. The details may come in handy.
My tale begins in the sunrise of elven history. Long ago, in the age before this one, the elves were just mastering our gifts of foresight, empathy, and sorcery. In those days, most of the Edhel were akin to the mundane folk of Arana, blind to the arcane senses. There were few, however, who had begun to unlock the secrets of the ether world. The most advanced was a young elf, Arinth.
Arinth? That name is familiar for some reason.
Arinth was both a sorcerer and a craftsman. He created a beautiful staff and enchanted it with magics that amplified his abilities in a manner in which no elf had ever thought possible. But...
Go on.
Well, this story does not end happily. Arinth's newfound power consumed him, scorching his mind until he was but a raving beast, stronger than all of the Edhel, save for two, Istero and Istora. It was they, the great leaders of our race, who, linked with the minds of all of our people, were finally able to rip the staff from Arinth's hands.
What happened next?
Arinth's power, while dimmed without his staff, was still great enough to protect them both from final destruction. While Istero transported Arinth to a prison of his making, Istora separated the staff into its parts and secured them in guarded reliquaries across the continent. Time passed as it always does, and Arinth and his staff were relegated to the dusty tomes of legends, all but forgotten.
If Arinth and his staff have been forgotten, how is it you speak of them now?
Indeed, this tale was lost for an age, but as I was cleaning up the mess Valdis left us, I found a strange volume lodged in a crack in the wall. This house once belonged to Kirglithiel the historian, and this book contains his account. If Kirglithiel's words are true, then Aaron's staff must still exist, waiting to be found by one who can master it.
And you think that I can master this weapon? What if instead it masters me?
That is not an outcome I have seen, Melonomin. Besides, your strength of will is very great. So, will you attempt to find the pieces of Aaron's legendary staff? I am certain that I can reassemble and return it to its former glory.
I will try.
Good. I have copied what I need from this book. You may take it. Perhaps it will help you locate the reliquaries containing the staff fragments. It mentions 3. 1 for the focusing stone, 1 for the jeweled shaft, and 1 for the carved rod.
Thank you. Do you have any idea where these reliquaries might be?
Alas, I do not. I am sorry that I cannot offer you more help.
I think I have found a reliquary. At least the steel of Istara and Isteru was there, but I am not sure what to do. Inside I found a locked chest and a ghostly apparition who wailed sadly when I came near.
A ghost, you say? I'm not well versed in such matters, but Lysanor the mage has studied the spirit world for many years. You can find her in her magic shop.
I already did. We could technically be over, but I'm thinking I'm almost done with all but... Oh, I thought she was shooting at me for a moment. I obviously have that stone that we're going to do next time, and the area in the center there, which I'll do next time, but I think I'm almost done with the rest of the town, so I might just...
May Istara be with you in your journeys. If you seek specialized equipment, I have something you may find intriguing.
Continue here. Equipment!
Well, not only am I a great marksman and fine trainer of arranged arts, I have some expertise in alchemy. With a little help from you, I could put my latest theory to a test. Would you be willing to help me gather the ingredients?
Tell me more before I decide.
The story of the reagent, known as Viper Claw, is so ancient that its origins have been long forgotten. There were once 3 Azurite brothers, each unmatched in their expertise with a bow. The only true challenge they faced was against each other, yet they were all equal in skill.
Aye. Go on?
Each brother sought in secret an alchemist to create reagents to improve his skills. Unbeknownst to them, each had approached the same alchemist. Seizing the opportunity, the alchemist created 3 different reagents containing the same magic. He was paid threefold for the same work.
The scoundrel!
Really? I admire his ingenuity. In any case, when the brothers applied the reagents to their bows, they challenged each other to a duel to the death. So great had their rivalry become. Each believed he had the upper hand. They met in the forests around what would one day become Aman'lu. And, well, somehow they managed to kill each other.
A tragic tale indeed, but what does that have to do with Viper Claw?
Despite their rivalry, so great were their spirits that when they died, the magic of their reagents dispersed into a burst of power to like objects throughout the area. Some still believe they can all be combined to make the single master reagent known as Viper Claw. All 3 ingredients into one. If any can do this, it is I.
I am sold. Tell me what I must do.
Excellent. I need you to collect the following reagents: jagged arrowheads, a griffin feather, and an onyx fragment. Hopefully you will come across these ingredients in the forests around Aman'lu.
Alright, so... you have a fair number of quests collected. Let's see, obviously this is where I do the chant to speak to the ghost, since there's a ghost in town.
Our children weep and our homes burn. Yet my inner sight tells me that there is still hope for the Edhel and all who follow the old ways.
Have you found something with which to make the headpiece to Grandfather's staff? The memory of it is fading with every hour that passes.
What? Apparently I think so. Take a look at what I found.
Yes! A rainbow trinket. That was it. Beautiful. The dark tunnel of my vision is opened again. I can see the colors of day. I do not have much, but please accept what little gold I have.
Keep your gold, friend. I'm glad I could help.
Nonsense. You worked hard to help me and listen without complaint. I have little gold enough, but perhaps this from my grandfather's collection would be more valuable. I hope you will find it useful.
Thank you. I would be happy to accept it. Nice for throwing it on the ground, of course, but... What is it? Requires a little more character level than I have, but should be nice when I can use it. And I apparently just happen to already have the item for that quest. Anyways, we're back to the kids, so that means that I have explored around the town. I have to do the, whatever, the area in the center of town, and that strange stone. But, we'll do that next time, I suppose. I've now spoken to some shop people, so I may look through and sell off some junk between episodes. Or I may just decide, I got plenty of space. But if I'm thinking I'm going to leave town, I might want to do it. Anyways, I'll decide then, or how I feel. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. And do join me again next time for more Dungeon Siege 2. Bye!